Hey, if you are what you eat, you're nuts.
What the bro? We are going to talk about this after this episode.
We're not talking about nothing.
Don't say that shit.
I'm gonna be in my solo space.
People know I know you.
Whoops. All right, well, we are rolling, and the camera's fading in, and we're here at the What's Your Ness podcast. Welcome. I'm Spenny, joined as usual by Alexander the Great.
Oh, hey, how you guys doing?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Oh, yeah. How you doing?
Good? You doing good?
Oh, bro, throw me some socks.
Oh, you want some socks, do you?
Yeah.
All right.
You know those Ness Culture socks, man. They're actually going buy one, get one right now, BOGO.
Really?
On NessCulture.com.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great deal for some nice, comfy, relaxing socks. Look, I got two different types of Ness socks on. I got the blue and yellows on this foot. I got the black and yellow on the other foot. Yeah. Keep it.
It's not mismatched.
Yeah.
It's just a blend.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a gradient.
Because there's one of those shirts that I have, Ness Culture, that has the black, white, blue, and yellow. Mm-hmm, so it kind of fits with all of them.
Big Ness shirt.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the one I'm wearing right now, but
the big Ness energy.
Yeah, it does exist.
Yes.
So what's our Ness today? What are we doing?
Well, I was traumatized this weekend.
How so?
I went to go see a young lady. Mm-hmm. And when I went to see her, she wanted me inside of her.
Oh gosh, you okay?
Yeah. And when I got in there, it was a lot of space in there.
Oh, okay.
And because of that, I feel like I need to get it out today. So let's do RoomiNESS.
RoomiNESS.
Yes, because I don't want to reminisce about that RoomiNESS. So I need to get it out. You know, if you hold things in, they eat at you.
Yeah.
So it just happened to me. Let's get it out. I need to get it out.
So you don't like it roomy?
No.
You don't like wiggle room?
No. I like to be claustrophobic in it.
Really?
Yes.
Because I'm the opposite.
Oh, you like to make space?
I feel like there's a lot you could do with the room. A lot of different energy. Like, kind of bring a different kind of energy each time. Depending on where I'm going in the room.
You want to know what's funny? It's like one of my main things I tell women. Like when I really do that thing that they want you to do. Mm-hmm. I tell them I put my PlayStation in there, and that's like my man cave in there.
Nice.
RoomiNESS.
Nice. That's good. Yeah, spruce the place up.
But I like to knock down the wall myself. Uh-huh. I don't want it to already be space in there.
Oh,
I want to do my whole little contractor thing.
You're a contractor. You're a handyman.
Yeah. I want to move the house back a few feet.
Wow.
Yeah. Make space for it. Add a bathroom.
Well,
to dump my load.
God damn it.
Okay, dude.
The metaphor was actually kind of like, oh, this could be, family friendly, whatever. And then
I said load.
Yeah.
Bathroom load. People.
All right.
Your mind's in the gutter.
My mind is in the gutter.
All right, let's do this.
RoomiNESS definition. It was actually kind of hard to find. The only website that, Cambridge or Oxford or one of those fuckers was trying to make me pay to read it. But I found this website that says RoomiNESS definition: the quality of being roomy, and then it has some sentence examples. If you have to choose between an outfit that just fits or one that gives her room to grow, it's best to err on the side of roominess. The plus-size medieval gowns are ideal because they offer coverage and roominess while accentuating natural curves and ample bust lines.
Oh, man, I like a bust line.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite bust line? 18, 43? What?
43 would have to be my go-to bust line, because it stopped right by my house, and then it went all the way to East Oakland. So it was convenient. Yeah, super convenient.
Yeah. Shouts out the 43, great bus line.
Yeah. R.I.P. to the 43.
Yeah. So how would you define roominess in both physical and emotional spaces?
Well, I think I defined it physically already.
Yeah, that you did.
And now we need to get to the emotional part of it, because I'm emotionally distraught because of the roominess that I physically encountered.
Okay.
So, yeah. I think I need to make space in my life to deal with this roominess, you know.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about roominess, and I'm saying the roominess that I experienced was emotionally damaging.
Yeah.
So I need to make space to deal with this, you know. And I think a lot of people don't make emotional space to deal with things that happen to them, their traumas or dramas, you know. Because sometimes it's not just trauma; it's drama too. Certain situations have drama, and you need to kind of like settle that inside yourself, not even necessarily with the other person, because the other person might not be ready to deal with that. They're not in the right emotional space to deal with that.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with it first, and then allow them the space to deal with it if they want to. But you gotta do your own work so that your room is tight. You know.
Yeah.
So what you think, bro?
Yeah.
Physical and emotional.
Yeah, I think you know, it's I mean, not the physical that you were talking about earlier, but just as far as like having a clean space, a clean room, and
yeah, clean space, clean room.
Yeah.
Not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, and I think they can be kind of tied together. You know, they say like clean house, clear mind. You know, you get if you are just constantly bombarded with clutter and shit, and it might add to the stress of the clutter and shit that is coming from drama and trauma and things that are taking up space in your mind and making your mind cluttered and crowded and not as roomy as it could be.
Yeah. I can see that, and like I said, I think I spoke more on the emotional side of it, but I think, like you said, I don't think people take care of their physical space, the roominess of their physical space, and allowing it to have that good look up this word, feng shui.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You gotta work on that feng shui. I feel like a lot of people don't consider feng shui when they do shit. You know, they just kind of do the shit that they do. You know, and it's like there's no rhyme or reason behind it. What the fuck was that? An ad blocker?
Yeah. Yeah. The feng shui is an ancient Chinese art that involves arranging objects, buildings, and spaces to achieve balance and harmony. The goal is to create harmony between a person and their environment by harnessing energy forces, which is cool. Yeah, I think you know, that is what it is. Like you know, clean house, clear mind. You can hear yourself think when you're not bombarded by a ton of objects. You know, a pile of newspapers or you know whatever, a pile of mail you got to go through. Yeah, I still got a little bit in the corner over there. I need to go through a shred. And
so, do you think a space can feel roomy even if it's like small? Like, you know, what elements create that feeling? Like, what do you think really creates the feeling of roominess?
Absolutely. I think shit just in a space, like just like right now, my living room does not feel roomy because we have cameras all in the center of it, wires everywhere, and it's not that big of a living room, and my kitchen the same way. You know, there was piles of shit, but recently got like a little drawer to organize things and just, you know, cleared some more counter space, cleared some more table space, and even though it's not really a huge space in general, it feels roomier. And I think vice versa, you can be in a big, huge house, huge whatever, and if people just have freaking shit everywhere, it won't feel roomy.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like, especially boomers, they have a fucking issue with like piling shit on shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not really fully knocking them for it because, you know, they came from a place of scarcity, but now there's so much abundance of shit. They don't know how to actually get rid of some shit, you know. They come from that era of like, a penny saved is a penny earned, you know. Don't ever throw anything away because you might need it later. And it's like, bro, we have robots delivering shit to our door. Like, we have too much shit now.
No, I feel like I definitely have like a light version of that had been instilled in me because I know, and I've been through periods in my life before where I've just gotten rid of so much shit. But at the same time, I just have boxes of stuff that I don't really need, but that I like have. I'm like, oh well, because I'm gonna use that at some point. But it's like when, you know, like I got that freaking grow tent over there. Like I'm never gonna grow in here. It's too small. But I'm always asking my landlord, hey, you know, we could set this tent up somewhere, and yes, but he doesn't smoke weed, so
yeah,
it's
not
really
really no real motivation.
Yeah,
there.
But it was, you know, it's a great setup. It's just that hanging on to things and going through it definitely is good for you. I think just setting aside time and just being like, okay, do I need, this goes to Goodwill, this goes to Goodwill, trash, Goodwill, trash, Goodwill, trash. Okay, keep that, and like just consolidate and get everything down to like one little box or two little boxes.
It's good that you say that, because what correlations do you think roominess has to like minimalism or decluttering?
A lot, yeah. I mean, that's when I kind of watched a documentary years ago about minimalism and like the importance of it, the benefits of it, and that's kind of when I first did one of those things where I just got rid of so much just crap that I was hauling around. I'm like, yeah, like why, you taking a leak over there? What's going on?
Yeah, man, it's just in between your questions, man. I have a bucket over here. You see, it's already full.
Yeah. I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, no, just the minimalism. It does, and then it makes your space more roomy. It's more comfortable for people to come hang out in. They're not sitting on top of all your shit, tripping over your shit, and it's nice. It's just that it's letting go of that old mentality, like you said, of like, oh, you better hang on to this because you might need it later. It's like, well, if you really need it later,
you can order it and be it to your house in 2 days. You can get
another one for not that much money.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I think that's definitely, there's a correlation. I don't know. What do you think about that? The minimalism and decluttering for roominess.
I remember, I'd never forget. I was just like skimming TV and I saw like a minimalism show, and this dude was just like, yeah, I have 1 fork and 1 spoon and 1 knife and 2 pairs of pants and 1 pair of shoes, and I was just like, damn, bro, like, I don't know, that's too far. The minimalism,
extreme,
yeah. But I do try to like keep things kind of, neat and compact. I feel like I probably hold on to a little bit more shit than I need to, but it's like also like if you don't have somebody like in your life that fucks with you, but it's not you, that's able to observe you, maybe like a significant other or something like that, to be like, like, why do you have this? Sometimes you just become like blind to some of the junk you have.
Absolutely, yeah.
So sometimes you need somebody to be a part of your life, to be like, why are you keeping this? And you're like, oh, actually, I don't know why I'm keeping it. Or you try to make up some excuse and they're like, that's not a good reason to keep that shit,
Yeah.
And sometimes we, like as humans, we need each other, and sometimes you need somebody to come in and let you know, like you have a lot of shit that you don't need. Like, let's just throw it away, or like you say, Goodwill it. Let's ask somebody if they want it. Like I remember I had certain shit and I just put it up on the internet. I'm like, man, people want it, you come pick it up.
Yeah.
People DM you, hey bro, I'll take it. Okay, here. Now my shit's your shit. You have this shit. Yeah.
Absolutely. I still, by the way, if you want a comfortable and functional leather reclining chair, I got one out there.
Oh, okay, yeah. You guys. He's talking to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys. Hey, I'm not gonna say the address on here, and well, by the time this is up,
it's
hopefully
752 88th
All right.
Ave.
Yeah. Shady,
Not street, Ave.
Shady 80s.
The shady 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Role does light play in making a space feel roomy. When we first started this, we bought these goddamn, what are these called?
The color changing LEDs.
Yeah, fucking lights. The lights that make color and shit.
Yeah.
You guys can't really see it, but this is the vibe. And we set this vibe like the first episode. We was like, this is the color.
Yeah.
And like, even though we had to have the light good so you guys can see me because I'm black, we still have, this is the vibe every time. Like, I'm sure he changes it all types of other colors. But, but when we start the podcast, he turns it on these colors on this, like, which is really
like this is teal green.
Yeah. But this is really 2E teal, because this correlates to the Ness Culture brand and some of our colors, because we have a yellow, but we also have a teal, and the teal is literally my daughter's nickname in her birthday for the hex, or the what is it called, Pantone.
Nice.
The Pantone of it is 2EE596, because we couldn't put 06, but that's her birthday.
Nice.
May 9th, 2006, and 2EE, and it comes out to be close to this teal.
Awesome. Yeah, I really actually keep it in here this color most of the time. I like it, and I had a friend in here once who was like, can you change the color? It feels like a hospital room in here. I don't like it.
Hospital.
But I thought about it, and I have been in hospital rooms where it is this color. But from doing just a little bit of research about the effects of colors on energy, woo woo, whatever. The greenish, bluish, that color is as a healing color. So that makes sense why they would have it in hospitals, and so I like to leave it on because I'm like, might as well heal.
Oh, so your friend's a demon, and they didn't want to heal their inner traumas, so they was like, man, get this healing shit away from me.
It could be that, or hospital PTSD is also a possibility.
Oh yeah, that's a thing. That's a real thing.
Yeah, but I like it. I do like the energy it has. I also I like to change it to red. It's cool to make it all red in here. And my curtains. So talking about how light makes a space roomy. Those curtains, I would normally keep them closed during the day because they're these red curtains, but the sun comes through, and so it gives the whole room kind of this red glow, kind of warm glow. Like I don't know if you ever watched Game of Thrones. Like the horror house in Game of Thrones kind of has this whole red. So that's kind of like the vibe I wanted in here, I guess. Yeah. And it was cool, but recently having some friends over, opening the windows up, it really does with the view there. Having light in does make it roomier. I think it just, and then that light is shining on more shit where it's like, oh, let me get that out of the way, and it just makes it. Yeah, it does. Like psychologically open the space up more.
Yeah, because I have LED lights in my room, and like I thought blue would like help you sleep because it's like cooling and stuff like that. But when I looked it up, they said no, it's like red or like an amber, like orangish colors actually help you sleep. So at times when I really want to like get to sleep, I'll be like throw on orange. I talk to my lights, tell them turn orange. Turn orange, and then I turn them down to like 20% or something, and I like soak that up, and then I cut them off and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So I definitely think lighting, you being in theater and film, you know how much lighting fucking matters. So
I have this Himalayan salt lamp that I have next to my bed that it's kind of like a orangish reddish color that when it's on you can dim it, so it is very nice for that. Just getting you relaxed, getting you subtly going to sleep. So let's see. How can design and architecture influence our perception of roominess?
I want to look up some shit, bro. Look up like modern architecture. I want to see let's look at some images and see what the fuck they're doing now. What the fuck is that? Just go to images. That shit is a lot.
Yeah, hold on. What the fuck? I'm just looking at interiors.
Oh, yeah. Let's look inside of it.
Okay. All right, so here we go.
I want to get in that room.
High ceilings. Yeah, I think.
Click on it, bro. I want to get in there. Right. I want to get deep in there. Right, I want to see it. I want to feel it.
All right, let's look at this one.
Yeah, make it bigger.
I'm making it as big as I can.
No. You can make it bigger. I believe in you, bro.
Watch, I'm going to click on it. It's going to go to some weird page. Oh, no, okay. It's the same size. Okay. And there's a freaking
all right, go back.
Bullshit thing on it.
My bad. Go back. All right. Why'd you do this, Spinny? You fucking up, bro.
Well, look, you can see. No, this is what I'm saying. Like the high ceilings. I mean, obviously, this has windows.
That's like a 2-story, too. It's like
floor to ceiling windows. But let's see, even just like a little living room. When the ceiling's higher, I think, that obviously makes it feel...
but then also... painting one wall or painting the ceiling a dark color changes the essence of a room. I was seeing stuff about that,
Yeah.
Oh, look at that black and white one, bottom left. No, black and white, yeah.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah, see, it's a lot of windows.
Yeah.
And I think windows add that type of space.
Yeah,
to a room.
Windows and mirrors, too. But sometimes you can overdo it with the mirrors. But like a window and a mirror can... make it feel more
window
open.
To the soul.
Yeah,
those eyes.
Yeah. Oh, stop it, you.
Oh shit.
Is there a psychological component to feeling roomy in a space?
I 100% think so, because if you're high, you think a bunch of crazy shit. You know, so it's like. Especially in certain spaces, you can feel like things are happening that aren't happening.
Yeah.
Mentally.
Yeah.
So I definitely think the way you feel because you can walk into a space and people can be too happy.
Yeah.
And it can make you feel uncomfortable in that space.
Wow.
But really, it's speaking more to something that you need to deal with.
Yeah.
That people being happy is an issue with you. Mm-hmm. You know, so I definitely think your mental space definitely dictates more or less your physical space, because like you said, if you're feeling real shit, you don't feel like cleaning up, and then clutter builds and stacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, I think, I mean, you know, like you said, with being high, like some certain drugs, you know, like DXM or shrooms, you can, you know, be looking at a huge TV, but, you know, your perception of the TV is like this freaking big, you know? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I don't know if that makes it more or less roomy. It's more just a dissociative thing, but I think, yeah, most definitely. Like, what you're putting out, like how your thoughts are going is definitely going to adjust how you're perceiving what's going on around you, and that can be applied to the roominess of a space too, I think.
Yeah. It's like sometimes I just whip out in the middle of a room and everybody thinks there's something wrong with me.
Yeah.
It's like what? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you people? Like,
yeah,
this is a room. I'm making room in the room.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I like to be in spaces.
Yeah.
I like to feel the space.
Yeah.
How am I gonna feel the space if I don't whip out?
You don't like throwing hot dogs down hallways.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. I like to be in a tight, good room. You know? You know, I like to walk in it and be deep in the room and just feel the essence of the room just engulfing my body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the moistness of the room. And
yes. High humidity.
Yeah.
High humidity. I like it. Warm.
You a big sauna guy?
I used to fuck with her, but she hasn't been answering my calls lately.
Sauna. Do better.
Yeah. I love you, baby. Fucking cunt.
Jesus Christ. He just said the... Okay.
I just said the what? What did I say?
You said the cunt word on YouTube.
You can't say cunt on YouTube?
You can't. Well, yeah. In the first, I just won't put that clip in the first 10 seconds. We should be fine.
Cunt is a bad word?
It's actually not. You know something interesting about cunt.
Something interesting about cunt.
I'll tell you something interesting about cunt.
What's up?
It was a medical term originally. It was a medical term for vagina, yeah. But just over the years, and I think it's really only in America, if I'm not mistaken, that it got, for some reason, has taken on such an offensive thing. I mean, I guess it is a very harsh, like, you know, it's like a very direct, yeah. But you know, and I think in Australia, it's like a pretty casual, like, hey, how you cunts doing? Like, it's a pretty chill thing that just goes around. It doesn't have like the weight that it has had here, but it's strange because it went from just being a medical term to being something that people find very offensive.
Did you know about vegetable?
What about vegetable?
That's a restaurant term.
Vegetable is a restaurant term?
Yeah. It just means anything that's not like the meat or the bread. It's a generalization of what these other things actually are.
Huh.
You know? So it's like, you know, fruits are fruits, but then also a lot of things that we consider vegetables are actually fruits.
Like tomatoes,
cucumbers, like a bunch of these little things, they're actually fruits. And then things like green beans, it's a bean. And then I forgot what a broccoli is, but you see what I'm saying? Like,
it's a tree.
They're actually other things.
Yeah.
But we just call them vegetables, and that term is a culinary term, just to kind of like group up other things so they could explain things to chefs and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, okay, and the vegetables, and and this is your protein, and this is your starch, and but it's not like vegetables aren't really vegetables. It really is a culinary term, and we just kind of like stole it, and we just say it's anything that isn't sweet, basically, because even though tomatoes are kind of sweet, like, I don't know, like, we're just fucked.
Yeah, it makes no sense. How does roominess impact productivity in workspaces?
I don't know, man. I think that's a personal preference.
Yeah,
because I feel like you can be kind of like cluttered, but you have your shit organized.
Yep, and
it can make you more productive because all the shit you need is there if you need a lot of shit to do what you got to do, or maybe at some point you might need it, so it needs to be close just in case you do need it. And it can seem like, oh man, you got to clear all this shit out, but it's like, no, all this shit is vital to the work that I'm doing, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'm definitely that way. Like if I know where everything is, if it's cluttered, you know, I mean, you see my desk is still super cluttered. I don't really care too much about that. I do like to, like, once in a while, totally clear off my desk, but then I just like adding shit back to it and be like, okay. But like my kitchen, you know, for instance, like the counter was so full of just, you know, random bags of food, cans of soup, ingredients, different things. Took up the whole counter space because like I don't have much pantry space. And got these little drawers, and you know, I used to, when I would make curry, I would just have Tupperware, and so everything I would just use one little cutting board, chop this vegetable, put it in this Tupperware, chop the next vegetable, stack it on top of that Tupperware in my little tiny little space, and then when it's time to cook, it's just like, all right, this one, stir, this one, stir, and then wash those. But now I got new cutting boards, I got all this counter space, so the other day when I made curry, I was just like, had everything just laid out, and I was like, oh, this is nice, and then it's like, So it's like I could do it, you know, I function just as well, you know, in the having the smaller space, but it is nice to kind of be able to, like, okay, I can do this over here and put that over there, and this is all, and then when I'm done, throw it all in the sink, wipe down the counter, and it's like there's nothing there, and it's beautiful. So I think it all is personal preference, but I do think having more roominess gives you more room to think.
Yeah. Speaking of room to think, bro, I feel like we breezed over it a little bit, but let's really dig into it. Mm-hmm. How do you create emotional or mental roominess during like stressful times? Like, what do you do personally? Like, let's give our viewers a little advice on what they can do.
Meditating.
Yeah, is a good one.
Yeah, because your mind gets cluttered, just as your space can, and you know, taking that time to just focus on one thing, your breath, releasing things, you know, letting your thoughts pass through you so they're not controlling you, they're not like, you know, you're not getting bombarded internally with different things. I think that can definitely, you know, help declutter your mind and give you more mental roominess to be able to be like, okay, I need to focus on this now. Yeah, I'm stressing about that, but that's there, and I've acknowledged it. Okay, now I'm going to deal with that, you know, one thing at a time.
Thank you, bro. You know what? I probably should be meditating, bro. I never meditate, and I seem like the type of guy that would meditate.
Yeah.
And I never fucking do it, and I probably need to do it because things have been very, you know, overwhelming at times for me, you know, with my daughter going to college and just not being prepared for that, you know, fully.
Yeah.
And then having to make sure that everything is done. Mm-hmm. You know, it's been very like overwhelming at times, you know. Yeah. But like I said, I've been managing it well. But like you said, meditation is a good one.
Yeah, and it doesn't. You know, a lot of people when they get discouraged on it because they try to do some guided one or like a long one, and they can't focus on it, and they're not used to doing it. You just start small. You know, you just set a timer for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, and just go somewhere where you can have some quiet, or you know, put on some headphone noise cancel. Some just sound or something, like a creak or whatever. There's all kinds of frequencies you can just put on and just set a timer and just be like, just know that like, okay, I'm not gonna check my phone. I'm not gonna do anything until the alarm goes off. That's when the meditation's done, and you just try to focus on just the breath going in and going out, and thoughts will come in, and you can acknowledge them. And then release them. And that's the key. And they might come back, but you release them again.
Yeah. In and out is always good, man. Especially those fur burgers, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The roomy ones, too.
Yeah, you gotta love to eat.
Huh? I said the roomy ones.
Yeah. Add your own mayo.
Yeah. They got some lovely roomy burgers over there at In-N-Out.
Okay, let me think. When I'm stressed, what do I do?
Yeah.
I think people really underestimate breathing. You're talking about breathing for meditating, but I just think just controlling your breath when you're in an intensely stressful situation is surmountably like valuable. Like it's so good to really just control your breath. You know, just center yourself and breathe and think and calm yourself. Because I've had a saying for like over a decade that panic never produces progress. And when you're upset, you're in a sense panicking because you're angry and you want to react. But if you calm yourself, you can actually think of something constructive to do. even if it's something negative, but you can think of a constructive, good way of doing it instead of doing it erratically.
Yeah.
You don't want to do it erratically. Even if you feel like the recourse for this situation is something negative, you want to think through the decisions you're making and the consequences that come with it. Mm-hmm. And if you accept the consequences, then do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But at least accept the consequences before you make a decision. Yeah. I feel like so many people make decisions and they don't accept the consequences. Yeah. And then when the consequences come, they start pointing fingers. Mm-hmm. And they start blaming other people, the government and their friend that didn't hit them, or their parents for not raising them right, and all this other shit. And it's like, if you would have just took a breath, thought about what you were going to do, and even if you had to do it, accepted the consequences, which is something that trading the stock market taught me, is you have to accept your risk.
Yeah. Before
you go into any trade, you have to accept your risk.
GameStop, let's go, baby. Moon that shit, please. I'm all in.
Roy and Kitty is back hiding, so I don't know about that one.
Hey, he was back hiding for a minute before, so
yeah, he might come again.
Yeah. I hope he comes.
Yeah, we all do. You know,
but
if he drops that video, he can make a lot of money.
Yeah. But I think that's absolutely right, and I think that is kind of a part of meditation. I mean, that was a benefit of having done that. I originally got into meditating for the sole purpose of trying to lucid dream better. I'm sure I've talked about that plenty of times, but it does help with that, and so I was really trying to get good at that. But there's all these other benefits that people get into it for, and that I notice from, just practicing meditation, doing it, you're remembering in those moments when it's stressful. Yeah, maybe you don't have time to go sit down under a tree somewhere and meditate for 30 minutes or something, but being able to control your breath, recenter, focus on your breath, it does, like you said, declutter your mind and allow you to kind of visualize, okay, here's the paths I can take, here's the consequences, here's this, that, and the other. So
yeah. Because low risk, low reward, high risk, high reward. So sometimes you do have to take risks, but you have to accept that risk when you do it. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a lot of people don't accept that risk. So
so
talk to me.
How can we create roominess in our schedules or daily routines? And this could mean a couple things, like either taking time out to declutter, whether it's your mind or your living space, but I think also your schedule too. Just having free time, I think, is important. Scheduling. It's great to work. It's great to hustle. I think it's important. I love doing it. You feel like you're accomplishing things, but it is important, I think, to create space for yourself, just of absolutely nothing.
So, do you need those forms that I drafted for you, or no? Question mark. Yeah.
Like that, your podcast time, and you're over here talking about forms,
Yeah, because I'm working on creating this space.
Yeah.
Later.
Yeah.
So the only way to do that is to do two things at the same time and do both of them fairly poorly.
Boom. We're not doing the podcast poorly, I don't think.
No, you're not.
Oh.
Speak for yourself, bro.
Okay.
You don't know what the fuck I'm doing over here, okay? How about you mind your fucking business, bro? All right.
All right.
Hold on. You lucky Malcolm told me back, bro. You don't fucking know me, bro. Okay? You'll fucking know me, dog.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Well, I think you're doing good things though. You're handling business.
Oh, I really appreciate that, bro. Okay. Yeah.
I'll say if I think you're doing a good job, I think I can say it, bro.
Yeah. If you say it with your chest, bro. I appreciate that stuff, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate the work you're doing, dog.
Oh, I appreciate your appreciation, bro.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah. Bro, I'm super stoked on these Ness Culture cock warmers. I only ordered one, but they came in a pair. They gave me two. Do you want one of these cock warmers?
Bro, those are socks. They're not cock warmers. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah. I was joking, dude. Of course they're socks. I'm not like a weirdo or anything.
It's funny you said that about schedules, though, because I came to the epiphany earlier this week, because I was like hustling, bustling, trying to get things done, and I realized that I don't do a lot of stuff that I like to do. I'm usually doing stuff that other people like to do if I'm out doing stuff, or I'm like just doing a lot of shit that I have to do or I need to do, or like, but I never really get to the stuff that I want to do. And I realized that I need to make some type of space or time to go bowling by myself, because I really enjoy bowling.
Nice.
And I don't need to I don't need to always make it a group activity and try to get people to tag along with me. I need to just go bowling by myself and just bowl 3 or 4 games and think about it, because bowling is a game against yourself.
Yeah.
That's what's cool about bowling. It's like, it's you against you.
Yeah.
You have to bowl the ball right, make the adjustments on the lane to get the strikes, And then in that same breath, I'm the type of person that loves like new knowledge and stuff. So I want to start going to more museums. So I want to go to like some museums by myself, or with people who want to go to museums. But I feel like there's so many museums in this area, and I've never really like dove into them. It's like I've been to some, school field trips, or with my daughter's school field trips and stuff. But I've never I used to take her to museums for her birthday, but it was like a thing. So I'm like being a dad, and I had to look after her, and then we're going to go to dinner after this and all this other stuff. I had, as much as I like to learn new things, I can't remember the last time I went to a museum to soak in the museum.
Yeah.
So I was like, those are like 2 things I want to do. I want to start going to museums, because we have a lot of them that we just kind of ignore. And then I want to go bowling.
Have you ever been to Bolero?
Yeah, I just went there. And
Here.
What?
On the What's Your Nest podcast, we give gift cards that we don't use.
What the fuck? It's a stack.
Yeah, take all of them. Someone gave me those a while back. We were supposed to go out bowling, and then we never ended up going. And she was like, "Well, you can keep those." And I'd never go freaking bowling. If friends invite me, maybe you could take me out on one of those cards sometime. But yeah, there you go.
Take
me out, bro.
I told you we don't tell people about our.
We'll do a double date or something like that. How about that? We'll bring our ladies.
Oh, okay.
We'll bring lady friends along.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like ladies.
Yeah, there we go.
Ladies are awesome. They have labias.
Yeah, we're totally not gonna just be rubbing balls in front of each other and being like, "I love you, bro."
I want to buy another ball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy another ball, because I own a ball in shoes, and I think I want to get a different pair of shoes, but I want to get a new ball.
Yeah. Make sure, hopefully those haven't expired or anything. I think those are almost a year old, but I would imagine
the gift cards should not be fucking expiring, especially in a fucking year.
Yeah, I don't think they would. So there you go. We got bowling.
It's funny that I just went to Bolero.
Yeah. Yeah, it was down in LA. I was supposed to go with some family, and then it just fell through, but they were like, "Oh, keep these." Oh, okay, sure. Thank you. But I never go bowling. So, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have an expiration.
And look at that. I just decluttered my desk slightly and made it just a little bit more roomy.
Yeah. That roominess.
By doing a nice thing.
Yeah. Thank you, bro, man.
Yeah.
And this is now like extra motivation. It's not even like, oh man, I gotta, it's gonna be fucking $30 to go bowling. It's like, and I have my own shoes, so I don't have to pay for the shoe rental.
Oh, nice.
So now it's just games, and this covers, one card should cover at least one of my outings. So that should at least be like 4 outings. But I want to find out like their cheap day, and that's the day I want to go.
Nice.
Like during the day when nobody else is there, and just have my little moment,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll enjoy that. Yeah. No, I like going to the driving range, the golf course. Before I even had clubs, you could just.
You have your own clubs?
I do. Yeah, I got some because my grandpa was like super into it, and I played with him, and he had got a new set, so he had this old set, and he was like, "Well, you play with me, so take these." So I rarely play, but
have you ever went with us? I feel like I went with Gary and Forrest and Tim.
Yeah,
and I feel like you were never there. Like 2 or 3 times I went with them.
No, I've only gone with Forrest like once, and then Gary I've gone with a handful of times. He'll just like hit me up randomly, be like golf, and I'm like, yeah, maybe. A lot of times I can't. It's an expensive activity, but it's a nice hike, but even just going to the driving range, like by myself, I like doing that. Even before I had clubs, when I lived up in Portland, it was like the Westmoreland golf course, and you pay like $10-15 for a bucket of balls, and you say like, hey, can I borrow this club and that club, and they'll just give them to you, and just out there in silence, see how far you can hit it. Feels nice.
Yeah. And I feel like that ties into the roominess of the episode about creating space for yourself. You have to create that room, that space for yourself to be yourself.
Yep.
it's hard to, because it's so many people in the world and we're very social creatures, that we always want to bring somebody into our stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to have our own space, you know, and do something with ourselves. Because it's like, if you can't even be alone with yourself, how can you expect somebody else to want to be alone with you? You know, so I think we need to be more conscious about that.
Yeah.
Creating a space to where we feel comfortable in ourselves, by ourselves.
Yeah.
To where we don't always need to lean on somebody. But then, like I said, in the same breath, making sure that we have people to lean on and care for and love and, you know, experience.
Yeah, and I think those relationships could only develop healthily if you have a healthy level of self-love and self-care, you know. Solitude. Not loneliness, not isolation, but solitude, healthy solitude.
Yeah. And like I said, and that's what I'm saying, creating that space. We don't want it to be the biggest space of your life is you being by yourself. Yeah. But you do need that man cave, that woman cave, or whatever, you know, that space, that office space that's just for you. Yeah. And it's an emotional space to where you can be alone with yourself and feel comfort, you know, in that. And then everybody else being around you is like cherries and whipped cream and nuts on top, you know. Well, you don't put nuts on your sundae?
Wow. I don't put nuts on my sundae and talk about it on the internet.
Well, I'm saying it's Sunday and you're kind of nuts.
I am nuts. Hey, if you are what you eat, you're nuts.
What the Bro, we are going to talk about this after this episode.
We're not talking about nothing.
Don't say that shit.
I'm going to be in my solo space.
People know I know you.
Whoops. Okay, we'll talk about it on our bowling date. So do you think technology contributes to or detracts from a sense of roominess in life?
I don't fucking know.
I think social media, I mean, we talk about this a lot, but I think it definitely contributes to like the clutter, the mental clutter. You know, you wake up, the first thing you do is look on Instagram. You're getting bombarded with random other people's shit, you know. Yeah. And I think that can, you know, it adds a clutter.
Yeah. Because I definitely, that's like the first thing I do. Like roll over, I notice that I'm still alive, and then I open my phone.
Yeah, me too. Most of the time. Yeah. Well, I mean, because like the alarm's going off, so I hit the alarm, and then I see a bunch of notifications, and then I'll just be like, oh, what's this person saying? What's that? And then it's like starting the day off with clutter, little mental clutter of other people's shit, where sometimes, you know, occasionally I'll just be like, I'll see there's a bunch of shit, and I'm just like, no, shower, freaking do my thing, go out, maybe I won't even check anything until like my first lunch break.
So you purposely ignore my messages, is what you're saying?
Occasionally.
Okay.
Sometimes
that's good to fucking know. You're doing it on purpose. I knew you were a fucking prick when I met you.
For my own space. So I can be a better friend to you in this moment, here and now.
Don't try to switch this and make it sound sweet.
Yeah, I'm making it sweet.
Fuck you, guy.
Yeah.
I'm tired of you being nice to me.
This isn't the madness episode. We got to get back to being nice again. We've been too mean to each other the last few.
I'm tired of you being nice to me, bro. It's fucking with my mental health. Okay? Yeah. I'm used to being yelled at and degraded. Okay. And spanked.
Whoa.
Oh, hold on. No, RoomiNESS, right?
What the fuck was that? That's some shit that you would expect from me. I wouldn't expect you to make a weird comment like that.
What's the question?
Where's the Ciroc bottle?
What?
I don't know.
Oh man. Woo, man, it's some water. Yeah, it's you know, it's a lot of ice in this water, and it's probably making me the coldest.
Yeah. Oh, the ice defense.
The old ice defense.
The old ice defense.
How does roominess contribute to the sense of freedom or control in life?
I think it can. Kind of along with what we've been talking about, room to think, and then, and just with like working, like there's more room to like do more shit. Or like, now, like occasionally when my place is cluttered, I'm like, I don't want to have anyone over because it's fucking cluttered and I'm too lazy to clean it up, so I'll just go out and hang out with people and get into whatever. But then when I get it more roomy, I'm like, I could, if I wanted to, I could have people over and kick it tonight. You know?
Were you saying that? Can too much roominess make?
Oh,
damn. Can too much roominess make a space feel like isolating or uncomfortable? Do you think too much roomy is there such thing as too much roomy?
Probably. I mean, if it was like a giant freaking room with nothing in it, and just you in there, probably.
I don't know. I feel like it'll feel calming.
It could.
I think it would feel calming. You know.
Depends on how long you're in there.
Unless the room's padded.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's a lot less calming.
Hey, that new Joker movie sucked ass, by the way. Did you see that shit?
I heard they're singing.
There was singing, which I didn't mind. I was like, look, okay, Lady Gaga's here. They're singing. It's part of their little fantasy sequences, whatever. But what the fuck? Like, it was like there was going to be build up to some kind of thing, and then just nothing happens the entire movie. And then, spoiler alert, so I'm going to spoil it for you because it sucks and you don't want to see it.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
It's he's not the Joker, I guess, is the whole point of it. It's like, oh, he was just... The idea of the Joker came from him, but he was just this tortured guy. But the whole time, it's like making it seem... It's like, look, we got Harley Quinn, Lady Gaga. This is like a star-studded cast here. They got good actors in it, well shot, you know? But then it's just... It was just like nothing after nothing.
Hold on. They need to know. Was it better than Untouchables?
That's actually hard to say. No, Untouchables I would say was better.
You saying the Joker 2 was worse than
Untouchables was more action-packed than Joker 2.
It was better to watch.
Much more entertaining watch.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was that bad. I heard the director was like, he's like, fuck DC now. He's like, he's not doing any more DC movies because of how bad the shit like got received.
Yeah, that reminds me of that South Park where Cartman's like, yeah, you guys can't go. And they're like, no, Cartman, we don't want to go. He's like, no, you can't go. It's like, yeah, no, we don't want you to direct more DC movies. He's like, no, I don't want to direct more DC movies.
No.
Like, oh, okay, yeah, right. It was so boring. Like, why?
I'm like, whose idea was it? Was it DC or was it his idea to make it like this weird musical thing?
I think it was his idea. I didn't read too much into it, but I think from what I read, it was his idea, and he's trying to paint the. And I kind of get. Like, okay, if that's the whole thing going in, like, he's not the Joker, but then they're just calling it the Joker. And then the whole thing it's, like, so boring. Like, it was just, like, so much of him just sitting there in a car by himself, driving to and from court, just, like, looking sad, and then going, like, like, okay, we saw the first one, like, we get
But the first one was really good.
I liked the first one. I really enjoyed the first one.
I have the first one on Fandango at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was no shocking... Like, the only shocking thing that happened was that the credits roll, and we're like, wait, nothing happened.
Oh, you talking about Joker 2?
Yeah. Like, the first one, it's like, it's kind of slow, like, it's building, and then some crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
There was no crazy shit in this one.
Yeah, and you, like, we kind of expect that with Joker now after Heath Ledger.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he set the bar so high.
Yeah, it's like Joker has to, like, it has to feed that beast inside of us that we like chaos.
Yeah.
You know, and if Joker doesn't do it, it's like, bro, like, what type of circle jerk is this?
Yeah.
You know, like, well, I didn't even get mine.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you have me pay for this?
Yeah. I realize this is going to be super dated, too, because, like, it just came out and I just saw it, but I know we're going to be dropping this way later, but...
Who gives a fuck? Hey, you didn't see the movie.
Yeah.
You were on social media. You know not to watch it.
Yeah.
And we're just letting you know.
Just confirming.
Yeah. Still don't watch it.
I didn't read any... Well, so midway through the movie, like, because it's just been going so long, so many musical numbers, so much of nothing happening. And my buddy turns to my other buddy, and he's just like, bro... 4 out of 10 on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, none of us looked at the review before we went. We were just like, oh, Joker, this will be cool. He's like,
Rotten Tomatoes gave it like it was like a 36% or something. Like it was like bad.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't even care to go see it. Like, I wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah. We just wanted somewhere with AC because it's been so hot, and we're like, oh, this is good. It would be a fun outing. Let's go watch the Joker and sit in AC, and the AC was nice. That was the best part of the movie.
You know what you should have went and saw?
What?
Speak No Evil.
Yeah, fuck. You said that was good. I should.
Yeah. You should have went and saw Speak No Evil.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll add that to the list of, like, next time I need AC and don't want to be bored for 2.5 hours or whatever.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh shit! Some good weed.
You good?
Oh, some good weed, bro.
Yeah. Ooh. I don't even know how we got onto that, but
Because I said isolating rooms and then
Oh yeah,
and
padded.
Oh yeah, padded
straight jacket. Yeah.
And then you were like, yeah, that fucking ass movie I wasted money on.
Yeah.
You just went off.
Yeah. It was a very there was a lot of claustrophobia in that movie, and not a lot of roominess in the movie because on account of the you know. Oh, you don't want to talk about nature? You don't like nature?
What's part of nature?
What role does nature play in our desire for roominess? Do you think something from our past ancestry are evolved? Like we went from being in like these meadows and forests and caves and now we're in these homes and these office buildings and wherever.
I still think that big spaces are unnerving for us. That's why we went to the caves. We wanted that solace of a space we feel we can control. Mm-hmm. When you're out and it's too much space, mm-hmm. it feels uncontrolled. You don't know what can come from where. Mm-hmm. You explore in that space to know your space, but then you want to come back to something that you have more control over. Yeah, and you have more control over a smaller space because you can see and feel everything in that space. So it's like, I know my rock is here, my water is here, things are here.
You like camping?
People keep asking me about camping, and I haven't been camping since I was a fucking kid. Yeah. And I don't know if I want to go. I would have to go with the right people.
Oh, of course, yeah, definitely.
And I couldn't just do that shit like to the neck. Like, oh yeah, bro, let's go camping. Like, nah.
I don't like the tent. I don't like doing the tent. I like glamping.
You don't like the tent?
I don't, because you just hear things walking around all night, and even I'm not like scared of it. I'm not scared of it, but I never can fall asleep. So I just do like all night, and I'm just uncomfortable, and then I'm smelly because you're in this fucking tent and it's outside. I don't know.
If I went camping, I feel like it's not camping unless you're in the tent.
Yeah. No, I like glamping.
So you got the hot plate and a small TV and shit.
Yeah, or like I went to this thing. It was like a super bare bones, but it was like a little log cabin, but it had like a very basic kitchen and beds. But then you go outside and there's a place where you can burn logs and do the marshmallow shit, and then it's all just hiking trails around it. It's way out in the middle of nowhere. So, but it's not really camping because you're in a structure.
Hey, speaking of camping, fuck all you guys that say that you shouldn't let your fucking marshmallows catch on fire because it's too much carbon. You know what? How about you suck a left one?
That's the best part. It's
yeah. I don't give a fuck. Like you probably like do heroin or fucking parachute meth or something, and you trying to tell me not to fucking burn my marshmallows? Like suck my balls. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I like burning the marshmallows and they get all melty.
That's the fucking fun part.
And you put them on the chocolate and the graham cracker. Oh yeah. And freaking.
We used to do it at my house with hangers. We used to uncoil hangers and then do it on the stove.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a core memory.
Awesome. Yeah. I should start doing that here.
Yeah, back in the day. Like I said, yeah, real talk.
I enjoyed sleeping outside more than in a tent one time, but I was outside on the deck of a cabin because it was hella people staying there, and they only had like so many beds. So like some people were sleeping on the floor in the living room, their sleeping bags. Some of us opted to sleep out on the little patio, and there's like bears and shit up there. I broke into my car and scraped it up because there was like some old food someone had left in there.
Those McDonald's bags.
No, it was my ex. She had like gone to we were super stoned. She went to the grocery store and forgot that like she left her grocery bag in my back seat, so all this like raw meat leaked into my seat, and it took me hella long to get the smell out. I had to like do so much shit to get the smell out, but the smell like wasn't fully out because a freaking bear went in the car. Baby bear, I think it was like a little one, but it still broke the window and scraped up my seat and like didn't find any meat and left.
Are you shitting me? It broke your fucking window and then tried to get the meat out of your seat that was just the smell and then fucking cut.
Yeah, while I was asleep. Like, we were all asleep, but I heard like a like in the distance. And then like the next day, oh shit, my car got bipped. I'm out here in freaking
It got bear bipped.
I got on the middle of nowhere. I got bit by a cow bear out in the middle of nowhere. And there was like, claw marks on it and then big claw marks on the seat.
That's fucking wild. Yeah. That's the wildest shit I've heard in a long time.
But I was more comfortable sleeping on a deck out there than like in a tent somewhere, because I think it's like so claustrophobic that even though you're out in a big wild space, like, oh, I'm in this tiny little tent, and it's just like not really protecting me from anything. besides bugs, and there's just like shit scuttering around all night. I don't know. I don't like that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So what, you were just in a sleeping bag on the fucking, was it like warm? Was it cold?
Yeah, it was warm.
Oh, okay.
It was a nice summer night. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, up in the mountains, Bridgeport. It's like on the 395, like on the way to Nevada.
I don't know what the
Sierra
fuck
Nevadas.
that means, bro. I don't
Sonora Pass and Sierra Nevadas. We gotta go out there. It's nice.
Okay, well, shit, I'm down to fuck around. I'm down to fuck around. Like I said, I just gotta find somebody to fuck around with.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got, bro? Oh yeah. You gotta ask that one. So, can virtual environments like VR or video games replicate a feeling of roominess? And I'm asking you this because I know you had the VR headset, so you have some insight on this. So
yeah.
I need to know: does it make it feel more open, even though you're in your house, or let me know. What is it like?
Absolutely, because
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like that was definitive.
Because well, okay, so it's not. Like, when I first got my VR headset, I was running this tiny little office. I couldn't really do too many of the big games because I would always punch the walls moving around. It was
real?
that small. Yeah, it was it was a tiny little space. It was in that place where we did the other podcast, it was like my little office room next to that conference room where we did it. So it was a pretty small space. But, it was pandemic, and it was nice to, do these, like, social games and stuff where you're, like, talking to people and there's proximity chat, and you're just in, like, a huge space, like you're in a giant tree and you're, like, a miniature size in some giant tree, or you're in, some city on some patio and there's, like, a fire pit and people are talking or walking around, and because you're seeing it, it's like it does give you the temporary feeling that you are, like, in kind of a more open space, and then you take it off and you're like, oh wow, I'm back in this tiny room, but then you put it back on and then you kind of get acclimated again and forget it's like, but your brain, you're perceiving
whatever
more of an open space.
Yeah. I don't know, like I said, I haven't really done VR. Like I don't think I've ever fully played a game on it. Like I probably like put the headset on and like looked at something, but I've never like played any of those games and finished them or anything like that. Never had like a little gun shooting game or any of that type of stuff. Like I never done any of it, so it's kind of intriguing just to think of.
Yeah, no, that's fun. I mean, I haven't done it in a minute. I was trying to show someone something the other night, and my battery was totally dead. I had to leave it on the charger because I just haven't touched it in a long time.
Oh, you trying to go to the strip club? Yeah, I know what you're trying to do.
No.
Trick off some of those digi dollars.
I was trying to show someone the Doja Cat concert, which was pretty cool. They did
Oh, for real? They did digital Doja Cat?
No, they filmed it with 180-degree cameras, so it's only front-facing, but it switches between a few different angles. Like, you're, like, right up on the stage, and then it cuts back. You don't control where it is, but they edit it pretty well, so you get to see, like, all the set pieces, and then it goes up, and you see her singing and rapping, whatever.
Why wouldn't they do that 360?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Because you don't really need to look at the audience behind, and then there's wide shots where you do see the audience.
It's the essence of it.
Yeah.
It's the essence of being able to turn around and it's like, oh shit, that person's partying. Oh shit. Oh, Doja. I feel like that gets you more into the essence of what it is.
But it is more. It's something that you just kind of like kick back and you're just like, oh, cool,
experience.
Cool,
yeah,
cool. It's like watching. It's it's definitely cooler than like watching something on a screen. Because there's still, it's 180, so like side to side, and the stage goes out into the audience, so you do see like people showing cell phone lights and lighters or whatever behind her. It was cool.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds a little dope.
Yeah, there have been butts right there, wobbling and wiggling.
How do travel and explorations relate to our desire for more room? Like physically or metaphorically?
I think, all of it. It's just new spaces.
Yeah, because I travel a lot, and I feel like it's definitely giving me a wider perspective on life. You know, to understand the differences yet the similarities, the same difference as some put it in human interactions. You know, and in just respecting other cultures and the way they do things. Like you said, in fucking Australia, cunt is just a greeting. Out here, somebody might punch you for calling them a cunt. Yeah. And out there, they call everybody cunts. They call fucking kids cunts. You know, it's just, but you can't go out there with your mindset and impose your mindset on a whole different group of people,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
in their way of life. And traveling kind of gave me that level of acceptance of other people's culture, and not to just be like, this America, you need to speak American. It's like, it's America. You should learn more languages.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people here.
Yep. It's a roomy planet.
Yeah, yeah.
But also crowded.
Yeah. I heard it's not really as crowded. We just conjugate in small spaces.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's what I realized from driving so much. Like, there's just so much unused empty space. I'm not talking about farmland. I mean, there's tons of farmland too, but also just space. Empty space everywhere. Like we could just house everybody if we had some robots just build a bunch of houses for free.
Yeah. Solar powered the house, you know. Recycled the water, some rain catchers or something.
Yeah.
You know, but that's no one profits off of that.
Yeah.
And that's the capitalist system.
Yeah.
If no one profits, fuck the people.
Yeah.
And
Fuck them.
That sucks. That's the sucky part about capitalism. It's like how much do I make? Oh well, fuck that. But you help people. They'll live forever. But how much do I make? I don't make anything. Well, you'll do it. It's your thing. You know, you got it. You got it.
You got that.
You don't need me.
Spirit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like yeah, fuck them then. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like you seem like you got it all taken care of, bro. You don't need my money. You know, I'm rich. You know, you don't need my money.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, but I think traveling definitely, you know, it helps. I think it can help create roominess in your mind too. Just as far as like realizing that all these little problems that you may have in your life is just like one kind of small part of a much bigger, roomier picture. And there's so many great things out there to experience and explore.
Yeah, like I said, man, I would love to like buy some land, but like next to a community, or like, you know, like kind of in an area where people are, but have enough space to just plant hella trees.
Yeah.
And have like cherry trees, like, you know, lemon, like, you know, just a bunch of trees with like fruit, you know, like real food on it, and then not have a gate around it.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's too much fucking fruit for me. So neighbors, you know, don't come into my actual space, but the space I have behind my space that's still my land that I planted all these fucking trees.
Yeah.
If you're fucking hungry, grab something.
Yeah.
If you just want the shit, grab something.
Yeah.
You know, like it's
grows in the ground.
Yeah. Like God gave it to us, fucking consume it.
Yep.
You know, and I don't feel like it's enough of that in the world. So
Definitely.
It's like I should be part of that. But like I said, you have to obtain the land, and then did you know it takes hella years for fucking trees to actually grow? So if you want a tree that's actually producing fruit, you have to like have it excavated in, put into the ground already fully fucking grown and shit.
Yeah.
And that's fucking expense. You know, like if you buy those little trees from like Costco that they have, that shit could take like 3 or 4 years before it bears fruit.
Yeah.
Didn't fucking know that. I was like, oh yeah, you put this shit in the ground, you water it for a little while, next year you have fucking tangerines.
Nope.
Fuck no, it's not like that.
Yeah. Wow.
But you know, you live and you learn.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a bunch of woke commie shit to me, you know, giving people food off of trees.
Yeah, man. It's your land, it's your food, it's your fruit.
Yeah. Any final things you want to add for the folks before we get out of here? I think we're about at that time.
Okay, yeah. Well, this was a intriguing episode. You know, it's like roominess, where they're going to go with it, and we talked about a lot of spaces. And one space I want everyone that's watching this podcast to create for themselves is a space to choose happiness. I think everybody needs to have that level of roominess in their life, to where they make that space, that section, that room, that area, to choose happiness in every moment, in everything that they do, you know, in everything that you do. I'm talking to you specifically. In everything you do, choose happiness. Think of this roominess episode and remember to make that space, make that room, make that area, make that place for you, yourself, your family, your loved ones, your significant other, to choose happiness. So from the What's Your Nest podcast, Spin Spinny, Alex Great, and Ness Culture Clothing, BOGO Socks right now. Choose happiness.
Hell yeah. Choose happiness and keep it roomy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We will see you on the next one.
Oh shit, some good weed. Oh shit.
Thank you so much for being here.
Shit.
Good night.
Oh, it's purple.
You smoke weed now?
Fuck no, I don't smoke no weed, man. I just did that for the internet because
okay.
these
well,
fucking
it's still
people love
recording.
drug addicts.
They're all gonna hear that.
They're all drug addicts and they love drugs, so I'll act like a drug addict for them so they can watch. Bro, this is a private conversation.
Okay, I'm turning it off.
This happened to Donald Sterling.